Welcome to Map Your Mind. Travel through the world with your brain. In the heart of Africa, where rivers carve paths through ancient forests and golden savannas, lies a country often overlooked yet rich in untold stories. This is the Central African Republic, a land of diamonds and drums, of rivers and resilience. A place where nature, history, and human spirit weave together a tale as deep as the earth beneath it. The story begins long before borders were drawn, long before maps named this land. Thousands of years ago, nomadic hunters and gatherers roamed these lands, living with the rhythms of the rivers and the whispers of the winds. Stone tools, cave art, and traces of ancient life tell of communities who thrived here in harmony with nature. Then came the Great Migrations. Bantu-speaking peoples, skilled in ironwork and farming, moved through these lands, leaving cultural footprints that still shape the Central African Republic today. Kingdoms rose along the trade routes, small yet powerful in their knowledge of the land. Rivers like the Ubangi and Sanga carried canoes filled with ivory, salt, and precious goods, connecting distant communities. But the riches of the land also drew outsiders. Arab traders arrived centuries ago, seeking ivory and slaves, pulling the region into the harsh web of the trans-Saharan trade. This era left scars, but it also wove new cultural threads, languages, traditions, and spiritual influences that linger to this day. The arrival of Europeans in the 19th century changed everything. French explorers carved their way into the heart of the continent, claiming the land as part of French equatorial Africa. Colonial rule brought forced labor, cotton plantations, and brutal exploitation. Villages were uprooted, and local traditions were pushed aside in favor of European systems and commerce. Yet the people endured. In the shadows of oppression, stories and songs carried their heritage. Drums still echoed at night, calling to ancestors and reminding each generation who they were. As the winds of independence swept across Africa in the mid-20th century, the Central African Republic followed. On August 13, 1960, the nation raised its flag high, stepping into the light of self-rule. But freedom did not mean instant peace. Political instability, coups, and economic struggles became recurring themes, testing the young nation's resolve. One of the most infamous chapters was the reign of Jean Bedel Bokassa, a leader who declared himself emperor in 1976. With a lavish coronation inspired by Napoleon, he spent millions on jewels and ceremonial robes while his people struggled with poverty. His empire lasted just 3 years before he was overthrown, leaving behind a legacy both bizarre and tragic. Yet history did not end there. Through waves of conflict and rebuilding, the Central African Republic continued to push forward, seeking stability and unity. Today, peace remains a challenge, but hope pulses through its cities and villages. Communities work together to heal, to educate, to grow, determined to shape a better tomorrow. Nature, too, is a central character in this story. CAR is home to some of Africa's last untouched rainforests. Gorillas, forest elephants, and rare species roam Jongasanga National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage treasure. Rivers shimmer with fish, and the skies come alive with birds of every color. It is a land where nature's heartbeat is strong and worth protecting. The culture of CAR is as vibrant as its landscapes. Music and dance are lifelines of expression, from the infectious rhythms of the balafon to the call of ceremonial drums. Traditional art and wood carving tells stories of ancestors, of spirits, of identity. Languages vary from Songo, a unifying tongue, to dozens of local dialects, each carrying centuries of heritage. The cuisine reflects survival and creativity. Cassava, plantains, peanuts, and fresh river fish form the base of many meals, seasoned with local spices and traditions passed down through generations. Food here is more than nourishment. It is a connection to the land and to history. Modern life in CAR is a blend of challenge and potential. Though political instability has slowed progress, there are movements for peace building, environmental protection, and economic development. Diamonds and gold remain valuable resources, yet there is a growing call to invest in agriculture, tourism, and local industries to secure a sustainable future. Fun fact, despite its struggles, the Central African Republic is home to one of the largest populations of western lowland gorillas in the world. Visitors can trek through the rainforest and watch these gentle giants in their natural home, an experience few places on Earth can offer. And so, the Central African Republic stands, not as a forgotten land, but as one waiting to be understood. A nation of resilience, beauty, and untold stories. Where rivers carry memories, forests whisper history, and drums echo with hope for tomorrow. Where will your mind travel next?